XXX Tentacion, at the time of this recording, has just made the move from a Miami-Dade County jail to house arrest while he awaits trial. If convicted, he could spend decades in prison.
Okay guys, so I was just given 7 more charges by the state attorney's office.
So right now he's enjoying the luxuries of home, where he also gets to enjoy the perks of his success. XXX Tentacion is the proud owner of a brand new BMW i8, which comes complete with Lambo style doors.
It's not really an accomplishment unless I'm helping like 1,000 homeless kids, but I feel like I did something, yeah.
He's also said to have picked up a pair of Chevy Camaros for his 2 pals. He's gotten his hands on some bling, including a snake ring worth over $10K. He's also grabbed himself a replacement friend to replace Ski Mask the Slump God in the form of a little pup. The money isn't just for him and his friends though. He's bought his mom some expensive gifts as well, and he even has plans on being charitable, stating that he will donate over $100,000 to domestic violence prevention programs. And other splurges, well, they include his obsession with tattoos.
This is a spiritual, very, very spiritual meaning to me, and I don't care to elaborate on it.
XXX Tentacion's net worth is a little difficult to peg down. Several websites, including Famous Net Worth, Gazette Review, and The Squander, have pegged his net worth at an estimated $250K. I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest that he's paid out that much in legal fees alone. His record deal with Capitol Music was rumored to be worth $6 million, but he doesn't get to see all that money unless he puts out some music. The most reliable and realistic source I could find was CelebrityNetWorth.com, which pegged him at an estimated net worth of $4 million. When you're a celebrity with millions of followers, there's always a few other ways of picking up some extra cash. Endorsement deals are typically a profitable venture. Sadly, XXX, well, his current legal woes don't exactly make him brand friendly. Fortunately, he does have a few other options, including touring, streaming services, and of course, good old YouTube. The music video for Look at Me clocked in over 26 million views, and his official YouTube channel has a total of 250 million views, which could have easily padded X's pocket with $500,000, providing the content was family friendly, which again with X typically isn't the case.
Before you hear from anybody else, nigga, I got jumped in LA by some pussy ass niggas and they jumped me, nigga.
In this video, I'm gonna walk you through his financial come up and what he spends his money on here for you on The Rich Life. My name's Michael McCrudden, and I got a question for you guys. If you head over to X's Twitter or Instagram, he goes by the phrase Makeout Hill. What does Makeout Hill stand for? Place your guesses in the comments down below. The answer will be at the end of this video. Now let's roll that intro.
If I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me?
Now typically I start these Rich Life videos with a short bio on the artists, but seeing as I've documented X on Before They Were Famous, let's just roll a clip from that. XXX Tentacion was born Jose Onfroy on January 23, 1998 in Plantation, Florida, just west of Fort Lauderdale. A man she was dating put her hands on his mom when he was in the 6th or 7th grade, and he attacked the man, biting him while holding a shard of glass. Brawling would be a problem throughout his life, and he got kicked out of at least one other school. At one point, he was put into a behavioral correctional spot known as the Sharing House and spent 9 months in a boot camp. In his teens, he racked up a slew of charges, including armed robbery, possession of a firearm, resisting arrest, possession of narcotics, the list goes on and on. He dropped his first song, Vice City, in March of 2014 before getting sent to a youth detention center for a year on gun possession charges. As the story goes, it was at this youth detention center that X met up with Ski Mask, and as soon as they got out, well, they started to release some music. Now between 2014 and 2016, X was working at a call center as a phone operator. Now the average wage at a call center in Florida pays $11.65 per hour. Yeah, times were certainly tough. X at the time, well, he owned little more than a mic and a laptop, but he got to work uploading his music to SoundCloud. Now this is a fantastic platform to build clout, but not so good for collecting paychecks. X's first track was Vice, followed by his EP Heartbreak Hotel. But it was Look at Me which exploded in 2016 and really put him on the map. The word of mouth buzz for X is unlike anything the rap game has seen before. And just as everyone was starting to take notice, he was sent to prison at Beaufort Regional Detention Center in Fort Lauderdale. While he was locked up, accusations were made of Drake ripping him off on his track KMT. And from there, well, the buzz around X, it only got bigger.
I know who they're talking about.
Is this the extension guy?
I don't even think that's how you say his name. But yeah, that's
I tried to practice.
They call him
extension.
X. But, so anyway.
There were other industry shoutouts, including some love from A$AP Rocky, and with the buzz only getting louder, well, the money, it started rolling in. X's mixtape Revenge broke through on the Billboard 200, peaking at the number 47 spot. He then dropped his debut studio album 17, released on August 25th. Through Bad Vibes Forever and Empire, it debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart, with 87,000 equivalent album units sold in the first week. Now, the release was the largest debut in Empire's history, so you gotta imagine the fat cat of that company. He opened up his checkbook and wrote X a nice fat one. Since then, 17 has gone on to sell at least 313 equivalent album units. It also performed well internationally, charting highly in numerous European countries. He was quickly signed to Capitol Music Group with multiple sources, valuing the deal at $6 million. As X does, he sent his fans into a frenzy, claiming he was no longer signed with Capitol Music. A few days later, a rep had to tell him that he had signed a contract and that the deal was done. XXXTentacion performed at various shows throughout 2017. There was his surprise show in Miami, which charged $5 a head. Now, the price was a bargain, but the event soon turned into a riot. So I guess you get what you pay for. X led a tour across the country and then took the stage at the Rolling Loud Festival.
I've been doing your best, can't keep my dick in my pants. My bitch don't love me no more, she kick me out of life, bro.
He also landed himself on the 2017 XXL freshman list, but I don't think he get paid for that. Over on YouTube, X is pulling in an average of 1.5 million views per day, earning him an average of 45 million views a month. His total view count is 250 million views, which puts him at an easy 500k off of YouTube AdSense alone. Of course, his music is also available on iTunes and Spotify, bringing him a decent chunk of change each and every day. So how does he spend that cash? Well, one thing he dropped a decent chunk of change on was his fancy eco-friendly whip.
Yeah. Hard work pays off. My brother deserved this shit,
I got my
man.
license in the car.
Ain't nobody work harder than this young nigga. He deserves everything he got.
I know why niggas hate on me.
X bought a BMW i8 Coupe complete with Lambo doors. The plug-in hybrid sports car has a 374 horsepower electric motor backed with a 1.5 liter gas engine. With its lightweight construction, the whip goes from 0 to 100 in 4.4 seconds. Of course, X won't be doing much driving while he's under house arrest. Thankfully, the pair of Chevy Camaros he bought for his boys are less likely to go to waste.
I could pay your mama house payment. I can pay your mortgage, baby.
He also spent a fair amount of cash on jewelry. He picked up this insane snake ring encrusted with diamonds, and according to X, this piece is worth over $10,000.
My diamond shine in the dark. Weed that I smoke like a fart. My diamond shine in the dark.
He also got this huge watch encircled by diamonds and mounted on a Gucci band.
My shit got diamonds on it. Ew.
And even with all that ice, the whole thing, it's totally waterproof.
My shit in water.
At least I hope it is. But X didn't just pick up a watch for himself, he also bought a matching diamond watch for his mama. Now I know X said something about Drake's mom, but after seeing her, I'm thinking, you know what I mean?
Tell you what, I'd like to bend her over a barrel and show her the 50 states, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that means.
In the case that wasn't enough ice, he also got this diamond grill, which is also, hopefully, totally waterproof. But he ain't just dropping cash on waterproof jewelry, he also picked up this yellow Labrador Retriever puppy.
I swear to God, I love this little nigga, bro. This little nigga is my heart and soul.
The price of a Labrador puppy varies from breeder to breeder, but a well-bred lab will usually cost around $800 to $1,200, and that's up front. Of course, down the line, there's going to be all kinds of expenses that come with the dog. From medical expenses that are sure to happen as the dog ages, to kennel costs when X is touring or in prison. But the money is totally worth it. Not only do labs come from the greatest country on earth, Canada, the breed is one of the most popular in the States, as it is considered to be ideal for family men just like X. And in case you're wondering, it's also waterproof.
He really not fucking with this shit. He not, look at him. Why you sitting in this shit?
XXXTentacion has also spent a ton of money on tattoos. He's got VR, standing for very rare, on his stomach, as well as his mom's name tatted across his chest. On his face alone, he's got the word numb, 3 dots, the word alone, and a heart symbol with a line running through it. I guess it's a broken heart. Plenty of ink came before fame, but his most prominent face tat came far more recently. On top of that tree tat in the middle of his forehead, he also shelled out for plenty of gray hair dye. And you also know he spent mad cash on razors to keep them eyebrows on fleek. Another major expense for X is his attorney, David Bogdanschutz. The Fort Lauderdale Council has been practicing law since 1989, and is named partner at Bogdanschutz, Dutko & Kroll, which was listed as one of the best law firms by US News Best Lawyers. David himself was also featured in several issues of Best Lawyers magazine, plus he's waterproof. What else could you ask for? Most large law firms in the US charge hourly rates between $200 to $1,000 per hour, and I gotta guess that David is in the upper range. But that money ain't going to waste. The lawyer's done a great job for X, having worked out house arrest conditions that will still allow X to visit a local recording studio. Hopefully he makes the best of that time, because he could end up locked up in prison for the next 30 years. In prison, he won't have the luxuries he's gotten used to. He won't even have access to Makeout Hill, which is of course a secluded area that neighborhood teens, they go and start feeling each other up, getting their nasty on. Anyway, that about wraps up this edition of The Rich Life. You guys requested this one. My name's Mike McCrudden, thanks for checking this one out. If you're curious about what kind of lifestyle X will have behind bars, I'm thinking about doing another video called The Prison Life of XXXTentacion. If you want to see something like that, let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully the guy stays with us for a little while, because he is blowing up. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at McCruddenM. I'll see you guys in another video.